And hold on to the handrail, YouTube. The Jago Mover is now departing for the next video.
Welcome to Jago Mover's Atlas to all public transportation in Hunterdon and Somerset County, New Jersey. Bus and rail, government and private. But before we talk about the transit, some geographical context. Somerset County's densest areas are concentrated in its geographical center along the New Jersey Transit Raritan Valley Regional Rail Line. The most notable town in this area is Somerville. Somerville is both the county seat and the fashionable downtown of the region, with a main street hosting shops, restaurants, and connecting to a pedestrianized alley with a really cool arcade, all a short walk from the train station. Nearby, guarded by a highway interchange, is the region's big suburban shopping mall, Bridgewater Commons. Slightly to the west is Raritan Valley Community College, located near the border with Hunterdon County, an appropriate location since it has the unusual distinction of being the county community college for both Somerset and Hunterdon counties. There are also many dense walkable communities that aren't in Somerset County, but instead fall right outside the county's crazy boundaries. For example, downtown Plainfield is located in Union County, while just blocks northwest, North Plainfield is located in Somerset County, while about a mile to the south, the more suburban neighborhoods of South Plainfield are located in Middlesex County. Weird. And of course, there is New Brunswick, also in Middlesex County, but brushing right up to the Somerset County line, home to the mammoth four-campus Rutgers University. Turning west to Hunterdon County, the biggest pocket of density is Flemington, the county seat, followed by strings of walkable old towns in the north of the county along the New Jersey Transit Raritan Valley Line, including the quaint old village of Clinton. There are also a string of walkable towns along the Delaware River, Lambertville, Stockton, Frenchtown, and Milford, which are all connected with the excellent Delaware and Raritan Canal mixed-use bike path. So, with geography out of the way, let's talk about transit. First, we have New Jersey Transit's 3 rail lines. The Northeast Corridor line runs from New York City to Trenton, skirting the southeastern border of Somerset County with stations at New Brunswick, Jersey Avenue, and Princeton Junction. New Brunswick and Princeton Junction also serve Amtrak trains to Boston and Washington. Next is the diesel-operated Raritan Valley Line, which diverges from the Northeast Corridor at Newark. Towns served near or in Somerset County are Fanwood, Plainfield, Dunellen, Boundbrook, Bridgewater, whose station is located right next to the region's minor league baseball stadium, Somerville, and Raritan, where the majority of weekday and all weekend trains end. Beyond Raritan, some weekday trains, including some midday trains, continue beyond Raritan into the exurbs of Hunterdon County, serving walkable railroad towns such as White House, Lebanon, Annandale, which serves Clinton Village, and finally, Highbridge hosts the beautiful Columbia Rail Trail, offering a 15-mile bike ride through forests, river valleys, and cute towns. Last but not least is the Gladstone Line, an electrified branch of the Morristown Line diverging at Summit Station that runs into the north of Somerset County. Despite the area's exurban nature, most stations along this line are surrounded by at least some type of walkable community, like here in Bernardsville. Excepting the Raritan Valley Line west of Raritan, these lines all have at least hourly off-peak service, with the Northeast Corridor often having closer to half-hourly off-peak service from about 6 a.m. to midnight, 365 days a year. Next, we have the bus routes, and to help, we'll use this self-created transit map of the region, featuring both rail and bus. I'll highlight the routes I'm talking about in yellow. First, New Jersey Transit's bus routes, which only extend into Somerset County, and which are colored purple and lettered B on this map. The 65, 114, and 117 all connect Somerset County to Newark or New York, parallel to the Raritan Valley Line. All 3 provide service coverage to areas that are relatively close to the Raritan Valley Line, but are beyond walking distance from its stations. Route 65 and 114 start at Bridgewater Commons Shopping Mall before running through Somerville Main Street, providing a connection to the Raritan Valley Line train station, before jogging north to Route 28, which they follow to Dunellen train station, before continuing through the Plainfields and points east. Route 114 provides base service, providing roughly 30 to 45-minute headways on weekdays and roughly hourly frequencies on weekends, while Route 65 provides just one round trip on weekdays. The 117 is a weekday-only rush-hour express service that starts in Somerville before jumping onto Highway 22 to run into New York. There are also 2 local routes running north from Plainfield train station into North Plainfield in Somerset County. Route 822 provides hourly service to Chain Restaurant Row on US Road 22 except on Sunday. The weekday-only 986 bus provides mostly rush-hour service connecting Plainfield and Summit train stations. Now we'll move on to the bus routes operated by the individual counties. We'll start with Somerset County, whose routes I've colored in sky blue. Somerset County groups its routes into 3 categories, each with a funny acronym. The first is CAT, standing for Community Access Transit, 2 bus routes that provide direct connections to Raritan Valley Community College, both running from RVCC to Somerville before splitting. The CAT 1R runs to Bound Brook and on to New Brunswick, while the CAT 2R runs to North Plainfield, parallel to the 117 New Jersey Transit Bus. Next, the Scoot. The Scoot R1 and R2 both run from Bridgewater Commons Mall to Somerville before continuing south to serve the towns of Manville and Hillsborough, with the Scoot R1 making a northbound-only detour into Bridgewater on its way back to Somerville. The Scoot Peak makes a few rush-hour trips north of Bridgewater Commons along Highway 202 to Bedminster, but unfortunately without connecting to the Far Hills train station on the Gladstone line. Finally, we have the Dash, a single route that supplements the CAT 1R between Bound Brook and New Brunswick, a crucial link between the Raritan Valley Line and the Northeast Corridor. And speaking of link, let's turn to Hunterdon County and its Link bus system, which operates a spoke and hub network radiating from Flemington. On my map, the Link bus routes are pink, labeled with the letter L and their corresponding route number. The 14 bus runs to Lambertville in the Delaware River. The 15 runs up State Route 31 to Clinton, High Bridge, Glen Gardner, and Hampton. The combined 17-18 route runs from Milford and Frenchtown, also on the Delaware River, to Flemington before continuing along County Route 523 to White House, where it makes many local stops, and then along Highway 22 west to Clinton, where it connects again with Route 15. Route 23 is the only route to leave the county, following County Route 523 to White House before following Highway 22 east to Raritan Valley Community College, before making stops at Bridgewater Commons Mall and Somerville train stations. All these routes have headways of about every 2 to 3 hours, and operate only Monday to Friday. In addition, Link operates routes 16 and 19, which together form a 2-way loop circulator service in Flemington, connecting the Link Bus Transfer Center to Flemington's many sprawling big box stores. The route would have been hard to show on my diagrammic map, so here it is on Google Maps. The Flemington circulator routes are slightly more frequent than the other Link bus routes, having frequencies of about every 1.5 hours to 2 hours, rather than every 2 to 3 hours. To cap it off, Link provides an anywhere-to-anywhere demand response service for trips that aren't available on the regular bus network, in theory making the entire county accessible by transit, at least on weekdays. Indeed, out of all of the Somerset and Hunterdon County bus routes I've mentioned, only an abridged one-way version of the Flemington Loop service, the Route 21, runs on Saturday, with nothing on Sunday, making for a large transit desert. Finally, we have the private bus operators, which, for simplicity, are all colored in black. Lakeland Bus Company Route 78 provides rush-hour express bus service from communities along the Gladstone line into Manhattan with an additional park and ride stop at Warren. Suburban Transit, operated by Coach USA, operates 2 routes. Route 200 has 2 weekday rush-hour trips running from Hillsborough Promenade Shopping Center non-stop into Manhattan. The Route 100 bus runs 7 days a week with a bidirectional service every 2 hours from Princeton to New York City, offering local stops on the edge of southeastern Somerset County before running express in New York City east of New Brunswick. TransBridge Lines operates 2 interstate runs that run from Pennsylvania into New York, both with stops in New Jersey along the way. The Quakertown-Doylestown route, offering 1 to 2 daily rush-hour trips, crosses Hunterdon County using Highway 202, making stops in Lambertville, Flemington, and the Branchburg Park and Ride. The Lehigh Valley route, offering daily bi-directional service, makes a stop at the Clinton Park and Ride in Hunterdon County, which is conveniently also served by the Link bus routes 15 and 17/18. So that's the public transportation available in Hunterdon and Somerset County, New Jersey. In the next video, I'll discuss the ways I think the various services can be improved, so stay tuned.
This is the last stop for the Jago Mover today. Before leaving, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so I can provide you with more videos like this.